back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here. And we are coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're joined right now by Lou Glazer. He's the president of Michigan Future Inc. from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And Lou, it is always great to see you and good to see you over these many years. Let's remind everybody what Michigan Future Inc. does.
Yep, we're a think tank by and large that focuses on the economic well-being of Michigan households. 1991 we started. Over the last 5 years or so, we've actually added to the research policy recommendations.
So I can go back to a long time ago when you came up with statistics, and you and I and Doug Stites got together, and it was going to show a shortage in the workforce 15 years later, which exactly came to fruition. And everybody is dealing with that now. So this guy is a think tank. He's a futurist. He's a whole bunch of things. Now, you recently had Impact Research do some polling of likely 2024 voters in Michigan. What was the focus, and what was that all about?
Yep. So we've proposed what we're calling a working parents tax cut, which would provide a $5,000 per child tax credit for children under the age of 3, and $2,500 for children between the ages of 3 and 6, for households who are earned income tax credit eligible. So households earning less than $60-some thousand. And it is designed to do two things. One is just help with inflation, sort of the cost of everything going up. But secondly, most importantly, I think the cost of childcare. So that's sort of on the benefit to worker side. The benefit to employers side, one of the reasons we think employers are going to be interested in supporting this proposal is childcare is one of the major barriers to people working and working more. So the degree to which we're helping parents deal with childcare issues, whether it's through the formal sort of childcare center system or just informally, it is likely to increase the number of people who are in the workforce, which is still a top priority for the business community, going back to that prediction that Stites and I made years ago about the demographics in Michigan. You know, we have more people leaving the labor market than entering the labor market. That's not a good thing for the economy.
Well, now some of that's sheer arithmetic, right? There's a bigger number of baby boomers dropping off than there are people coming in. But a lot of that is there are barriers to people working. And I think probably you answered this question, but why do you believe there's going to be some broad bipartisan support for what would amount to about $1 billion tax cut?
Right, it's $1 billion, and we were pretty explicit about it. I'll answer the question, then I do want to talk about the poll, which I think is very interesting. So the earned income tax credit, which we worked on for a couple of years, we just expanded, was a much smaller tax cut, much broader. It went to sort of all the ITC households, cost about $400 million. That had enormously strong business support because of this notion that it increases the rewards for work and therefore pulls people back into the labor market. We think the same thing is going to happen with the working parents tax cut proposal.
All right. So what are going to be the implications of such a tax cut? Because you're going to pull $1 billion out of.
Yeah. So the state has to. So the state general fund budget's about $14.5 billion. That's where this money would come from. We're arguing that from a values and priorities standpoint, providing hardworking, lower wage workers with cash is a better way of helping them than providing government programs. But it means there's going to be less money for government programs. So to the poll, because I think the poll's pretty interesting. The pollsters evaluated the poll results as A+. that they haven't seen sort of support this strong, this across the board. Bipartisan, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, geographically across the state. But maybe most interestingly, people without kids, so non-parents, were as supportive as parents. People with incomes above the average were as supportive of people that are likely to get the credit. And to your point, we asked explicitly, do you think it's better to help parents with the tax cut or programs? 2-to-1 tax cuts. So the public is, and we told the public it's $1 billion. So across, 76% support, 18% don't. This is like really large majorities in favor.
Okay. I can see where you see bipartisan support is going to come, and I think this is a logical thing. And Lou Glazer, president of Michigan Future Inc. in Ann Arbor, Michigan, thanks so much for bringing us up to date on your most current research. It's always good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, take care.
You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.